Good morning, Julie.
Good morning. We'll get started in just 1 minute. Also, just so everyone knows, I know it doesn't matter so much since you all are not usually showing your video, but the center asked me to record because people are interested in having workouts to do at other times, not just like at these times. So they want to start having a video repository. So that's why if you see recording, that's why it says recording. So that we can start to get like a set of workouts that people can do whenever they want rather than just.
Yeah, that's a good thing because like I don't know, I think it's your 4 o'clock Monday, and you know, like we have our town hall meetings on Monday. I mean, like I was out last week, I was sick, but you know, I as much as I wanted to do it, it has conflict.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and that's what I think the thought is. So
that, yeah, that's a good idea. So that like if we miss it, then we can you know, we can do it after, you know, whatever, when we have time, like you know,
or even if it's not during business hours, right?
Right.
Like,
yeah,
that's perfect. That's a really great idea.
Yeah, so that's why it says record. It's my first time recording on Zoom, so hopefully once I hit stop, it will save and be obvious where, because it's recording to the cloud, but we will see. Okay, so I guess we'll get started because it's 8:30. If anyone else wants to hop in, obviously they can.
Okay.
Welcome to Rise and Stretch, morning stretch. So what we're gonna do is a set of stretches, some breathing, and kind of awaken ourselves and awaken our bodies for the day, which is very, very important, and I think really helps to kind of just set a good intention. As I've mentioned, you know, I'm not playing music, so that you will unmute, can pick something that you like, that is nice for you, and that also sounds good, so it's not coming through the speakers. So if you want to put on music, feel free. So that's about it. Let's get started. So let's sit up nice and tall. Make sure your shoulders are down and back, holding that core nice and tight and sitting up nice and tall. Hands just below your knees. And let's take a couple deep breaths and think about the day ahead and what we might want to accomplish. One more, make sure that you're really inhaling and expanding your belly as well, really filling up that whole tank with air. Open our eyes. Take our hands down beside us. We're gonna take our fingers out to one side, raise the arm up. Take a nice inhale. Exhale and twist back. Inhale, come forward. And then bring yourself back up to seated. Let's do the other side. Oh, I'm sorry. And out. Lift that arm and inhale. Take a little exhale. Inhale. And come on back. Let's stretch the arms above our heads. Make sure your shoulders are down and away from your ears. And we're just gonna stretch up one arm and then the other. I know you can't see my hands because they're off camera, but stretching them up straight. Take those arms out and to the side. Take those arms behind you. Clasp the hands together, shoulders down and back. Lift and stretch and open up that chest. take your hands just below your knees, sit nice and tall. And we're going to round our back and our spine back, one vertebrae at a time. Send yourself back up. If this hurts your knees for any reason, you can switch. This puts a little less pressure on them, and you can also sit further out. So if you have any knee issues and it's causing pain, those are some alternatives. So we're gonna, again, curl our back and lengthen. Let's do 2 more. Last one. All right. So you can continue to keep your legs there if you need to for your knees, or stay here if that's where you were. Let's take our arms out to the side, palms facing front, thumbs up. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a gentle twist to our back. Let our arms and our head just follow along. And come back to the center. Exhale and go to the side. Inhale, back center. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, center. Exhale on the way back. Inhale, center. Come on down. Hopefully you feel like your upper body got some engagement. We're going to move to all fours position. So take your hands, make sure that they are in line with your shoulders and that your knees and your hips are in line. About hip distance apart for your legs, right? Because you got to be in line, and shoulder distance apart for your hands if they're in line. Spread those fingers out on the floor. Try and split the weight between your fingers and the palms of your hands so that you're not all on your palms, so that your wrists don't get too much pressure. Head in a nice neutral position. And unlock your elbows. So if you find that you're completely locked, you can give them a tiny little soft bend. And we're going to arch and then round. So we're going to round into cat and then arch into cat at our own pace. Just feel those muscles engage and wake up. It's like your morning coffee, if you drink coffee. I say that because I don't drink coffee, for your body. Wonderful. All right, so hopefully we've built up a little bit of warmth in the body. So we are going to actually rise ourselves up from here to a down dog. So you're gonna tuck your toes, send your butt back and up. As you're in down dog, you wanna think about your hips, thinking up, thinking about pulling your torso in towards those knees. Your heels may or may not touch the ground, but you want to press them in. And again, thinking about splitting the weight between the fingers and the wrists. Let's pedal the feet out here. Enjoy some nice stretching. And the calves. And let's lift one leg up. Just want it to be high. And we're going to send it forward into a lunge. While we're in a lunge, make sure that your knee and your ankle are in a straight line. And just feel a nice stretch here. Take the same arm as leg off. We're going to twist to one side. Take a nice inhale, exhale, bring it down. Drop your back knee and the toes. Sit on up. And we're going to push forward to stretch out our hip flexors because all day we sit, and so it's good to stretch them out. And we're gonna bring our arms, you can either keep them here to help with balance, or if you'd like, you can bring them above the head and feel that length. Take those arms down. Let's bring ourselves back into our down dog. So we're gonna send the leg back and rise back up to do the other side. So send your other leg up, whichever one you're using, that's the opposite. Bring it forward into your lunge. Again, checking for alignment between your knee and your ankle. And feel a nice stretch here. Feel that body wake up. You're gonna take the same arm as leg, so the same arm as the leg that's bent, and bring it up and twist to the side. Open up the back of it. Take the arm down. Let's drop the knee softly, drop the toes, come on up, and then we're gonna be pushing forward to stretch out those hip flexors. And again, hands can be here, or hands can reach to the sky. Really feel that stretch in here. Take the hands down. Send the leg back. And come on down. We're gonna come to our back for a few stretches. So you can either come down, or if you wanna make a little ab moment out of it, you can also gently lower vertebrae by vertebrae. And take the hands back for a moment. Feel nice and long. Extend your arms and your legs. Excellent. So let us take our legs into tabletop. Gently send them in one direction towards the side, keeping your shoulders on the mat, but your hips will need to adjust. Look away from those legs and feel a twist across your back. Let's do the other side. So lift them up to the center and send them to the other side. Same thing here, look away from those legs and feel a nice stretch across your spine. Let's come on back center. Let's do something for our hamstrings. So if you need something to help you, like to grab on, you can always use like a scarf or like a pashmina or anything like that. Or if you happen to have like a yoga strap, that works too. But if you don't, that's okay. You can just grab higher up on your leg. So take one leg out, extended long. Take the other leg. First, grasp it just below the knee and pull that towards your chest. Now we're going to extend it up straight and flex the foot. So this is where if you have a strap, you can put the strap on your heel and then hold that. Or you can just raise it up and then either grab on your thigh or on your calf. Just don't grab on a joint. So do not grab on the ankle, either the thigh or the calf. and pull it towards you. And again, if you have a strap or a scarf and it's over your hand, you would just be holding here. Just feel that stretch. Make sure you're breathing through the stretch and not bracing and then not breathing. Gently lower back to the bent position. Maybe give that ankle a nice roll in both directions, wake it up. And let's gently send it back to the floor. Let's do the other side. Let's take the leg up. Bring it towards our chest. Flex that foot. If you have a strap or a scarf that you're using, put that around your heel. If not, straighten the leg up. And then, as I mentioned, you can grab on the thigh or on the calf, just not the knee. So if you can't reach with good form, just grab it on your thigh. Let's gently bring it down. Roll that ankle. And let's send it down to our sides. Wonderful. Let's take a second and just sort of take a little bit of a restful stretch. So take your heels together. So we're in butterfly. We're just down on the mat. And if you want, you can put your hands on your thighs, which gently encourages gravity, or you can just kind of leave them to your sides and let gravity help you with the stretch. Let's come out of that, and we're going to do a stretch for our glutes while staying in this position. So take one leg, put the ankle right above the knee, and then grab the other thigh and pull that towards you. And you'll feel the stretch in the leg that is on top. So I'm wiggling my toes on that one. Make sure you're breathing through these stretches. Let's send that down. Let's take the other leg, bring it back on top. Grab the thigh and feel the stretch. Wonderful. Come on down gently. We're going to roll over to our stomach. So find yourself on your stomach and we'll continue this. All right. So you can use your hands as your convenient pillow and have your forehead on that. I'm just facing this way so that you can hopefully hear me, not be muffled through my hand. So what we're going to do is we're going to gently lift the leg and pulse it towards our butt, with the goal of getting a little bit of a dynamic stretch in our quads. And then we'll turn it into a static stretch and hold it. But let's kind of send the leg up. And give it a pulse towards the glutes. Let's do one more on each side. And now let's grab and hold the stretch. So grab your foot with your hand and really engage and stretch those glutes. And not those glutes, I'm sorry, quadriceps. We've been saying glutes a lot, or I've been saying glutes a lot, quadriceps. Make sure that both of your hip bones are, pressing towards the ground. If you want to make it a little more intense, you could lift up the thigh a little bit from the ground. That's totally optional. Do what feels good for you in this moment. Send it on down. Let's take the other leg now. So grab that foot, stretch that quad towards you. And again, optional if you want to lift the thigh a little bit while the two hip bones are on the ground, you can. But if you feel a little stiff in the morning and that doesn't feel good for you, then definitely no pressure. Send that down. We're going to take the arms and bring them by the shoulders. And we're going to gently come into a little bit of a baby cobra. So you don't need to go far, and you never want to compress, because you don't want to compress the lower vertebrae. You want to think long and like an arc, like a mermaid going like, woo, when they come out of the water. You want to think kind of out and gently bring yourself up. And you can use your hands here to support your body as you are. Or if you want to use these, use your hands, that's fine as well. Come on down. Let's do one more. Lengthen up. Come on down. Push yourself back to a kneeling position, and then take the knees a little bit apart. Mat width is great, or a little bit narrower, so you have plenty of room, and then sink back into a child's pose. You're pressing sort of into your heels as you lie here, forehead on the mat. We're gonna thread one of our arms through. So I'm gonna start with my left. I'm gonna take the palm up, thread it under my chest, and out to the side. Taking the glasses off. And feel that nice stretch. Let's send that arm back to where it started. And let's take the other arm, flip the palm, and slide it across. Excellent. Take the hands back to where you started. Let's bring the hands by our sides for just a moment. And let's clasp them behind us and feel a nice stretch as we bring our arms up. Take them down. We're going to tuck our toes and move into a standing forward fold. So I'm going to just scooch myself so that I'm visible, because I think if I stayed where I was, I might not be. Actually, I'm still not really visible. Okay. Awesome. So find yourself in standing forward fold. Let yourself hang. Check in. Your knees should not be locked and certainly not hyperextended, so you can give them a soft bend. Let's move into a full bend while here. So bend those legs and straighten them. Make sure the weight's distributed between your heels and your balls of your feet. Bend and straighten. Go ahead and grab our elbows and just give yourself a little bit of freedom to swing side to side. Maybe you want to swing front and back. We're going to rise up. This time we're going to do a roll up rather than sort of flat back up. So you're going to think about moving through each vertebrae separately from your lower back to your shoulders to your neck, and your head will be the last thing that comes up. If you have some lower back issues and you need some support as you do this, you can always put the hands on the thighs as an extra element of support, or you can choose not to. That's totally up to you. So here we go. Let's roll up. And let's take the arms above our heads. I'm going to need to adjust the camera at some point. So hold on 1 second right there. Just give me one moment. Got that I need my seated and my standing setup, which is just a bar stool, very high tech. Okay. Now we have standing. Okay. Awesome. Sorry for that interruption. Let's take the arms up to the sides. This time we're going to flat back down. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. I guess the baggy shirt doesn't always help. But we're going to come down with a flat back. Again, if you need support, you can bring your hands to your thighs. So we're in a flat back, and now we're going to drop. Let's lift up to a flat back again. Again, hands on the thighs if you need. Send it down. One more time to the thighs. And down. And let's roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Last thing to rise is the head. Wonderful. We're gonna end actually with a little bit of tree pose. So I think it's kind of like morning, we're sort of building up to our day, and I think it's kind of like empowering and nice to just end with a balance that's open. So we're gonna take one leg to our inner thigh. You can keep your hands heart center. You can also lift them to the sky if you'd like, with a slight arch. And just feel tall and sort of confident as you stand in this balance. It's okay if you need to touch that toe down occasionally to help as you're finding that place. This is definitely, I think, a pose that gives a lot of strength, and we all have it because we're living through these unprecedented experiences. Let's take it down. Let's do the other side. Again, you can have your hands here, heart center. You can have them up to the sky, up to you. Let's send it down. Let's take a nice deep bend with the arms up. Stretch to one side. You can have your hand on your thigh for support. Send it up. Let's go to the other side. Stretch it over. Come on up. Let's take another bend. And up. Let's do a little bit of a swing this time. So we're gonna drop and raise and let our body go free at the bottom. Swing. Swing. Bring the arms down. Let's roll the shoulders forward. Roll them back. You're welcome. Take your arms up and down. Have a great day. Hopefully you feel like you can take it on. Really appreciate you guys all coming. And yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you. Have
Thank
a
you
great
very much, Julie.
Yeah, good to have you all. I'll see
Ask
you.
Frances how I can take, because like I want to do this in the mornings. How I can play this again.
Awesome. Yeah, perfect. All right. Bye.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.